Yesterday, I explained up to exporting an animation, and today we will see how to create walkthrough. Okay. After that, we will see about 1001 bit tools. So first, I will open this. So for creating animation, now I want to come from the top view of that particular building. I'll hide this. Okay, I'll delete this. So first, I will add this scene. So I will rename this. So I will rename this as a scene one. Okay. Next, I will go to the door, entrance door. I'll go here and I will see from here to the kitchen. So you can arrange like this. You can add the scene. I will rename as scene 2. Now if you go 1, 2. If you want smooth transition, you can go to window, model info, animation. Okay, scene delay. So 2 seconds. I'll go to scene 1, scene 2. After that, I will come inside and I will rotate my head. I will change viewing angle to the 45 degrees. And I'll come little back. From here I will see and I will save this scene as 3. Okay. Now go to scene 2. See, it is coming all the way through this, right? So it is going somewhere from that. So what I will do is I will delete this. Okay, from scene 2, Now I will sit on the island and I will see this kitchen. 1 second. Okay, now I will sit on the island and I will look to the kitchen. So you can change the angle this. And I will add it as a scene 3. Next, I will look back. Don't use scroll button to zoom in or zoom out while making animation. You just use this look around symbol and hand tool. I will change the camera view. Okay, 2 point perspective like this. And we can say this view as for now say from 2, 3, 4, and after that from 3 to 4 it is taking much inside, right? Now I want to see that frame. So after 4, from 3, I will turn little. I will go little forward. Zooming angle is 25 degrees. And I will see it 5 feet 6 inches. Okay, this will be our new scene. Scene 4. Okay, scene 4, 1, 3, 4, 4. Like this, you can make some animation. After that, what I will do is, so you have to select all the layers from starting to here, and you have to press shift and you have to select this and include from in animation you have to unmark. Okay, after that you have to click this to here, you have to include that in animation. Then when you play that animation, so it will show like a walkthrough. Okay, in this way you can able to create the walkthrough video, and you can export that by using file export animation. Okay, this is how we will create a walkthrough in SketchUp. Okay, next we will see 1001 bit tools. Okay, first we will see so I'll save this, now close. Now we have an image here. So for that 1001 bit tool, so this is called 1001 bit tool. Okay, this will be available freely in SketchUp extension toolbar. So how to install this I will show now. Hemita, I think you don't have this tool. So for that you have to go to extension, sorry, window. There you will see extension warehouse. Okay, if you click on that, you will go to extension warehouse page. There you have some extension tools. Okay, so if you type also it will come, otherwise in second row only it is there, 1001 bit tools, and this is also free. If you click on that, so you will get all these tools. So if you do sign in, then you will get the install option to the for don't know which ID. You can create normally with ID. Okay. Okay, from there you can install 1001 bit tool. Okay, so for that you have to sign up first. So for signing up you have to create account through your mail ID. So with Google it will not sign in up. It will not. Nathan ecad@gmail.com. Okay, okay. With your mail ID you can sign into that. Then you will get install option. Okay, if you click on that, it will install it in your computer. Okay, actually I installed another version, that's why it is showing to install. Okay, So you can install from here, and after installing, you will get your extension tool in your extensions. Means when you click on extensions, you will get 1001 bit tools here. Okay. After it is loading here, you can manage that. So we'll have draw tools, modify tools, array tools, walls and partitions, staircase, doors and windows and roofs. So these tools we have. And after that, so how to manage that? We have many tools. So where we will see the tools, go to toolbar, 1001 bit tools and close. Okay, we have many tools here, and if you click there, automatically it will place here. Okay, these are many are there, or you can individually you can show these tools on your screen. So for that you have to edit that. So you have to manage toolbar. See, arrange in one toolbar or in separate toolbars. So if you click on that, so go to toolbar, close, tools. Okay, it's not coming because once you have to say close and you have to open. Okay, see, after opening, the tabs are came individually. Okay, in this way you can able to see also individually that particular tools. Or if you don't want like this, you can manage that again. Extension 1001 bit tools, manage toolbar. Okay, you can arrange in one toolbar. Okay, save, close, and again you have to open that. Okay, now see, this tool came together, all tools. So I'm keeping in separate row. So we have all the 1001 bit tools here. So from starting, I will explain one by one how to use this. So first tool is picking the reference point. Okay, draws a point on your face by defining horizontal and vertical distance from the reference point. It will work on the sloping point also. So sometimes how we will take reference point by using this tape measure tool. And for example, 1 feet height and 8 inches distance. So like this, we will take one reference point. But by this tool also we'll do same. How we'll do is, so first we'll take the tool and it is commanding as pick, please pick a face. So you have to pick the face and please pick a reference point. So I want reference point from here. Go to horizontal distance. Horizontal distance is 8 inches. Click there. And vertical distance is 1 feet. Click there. And now I will delete these guides. Click on the face, pick reference point, enter 8 inches, and next this is 1 feet, in the sense 12 inches. So automatically you will get a reference point from the that particular distance. See, if you recheck also, so 1 feet height from here, 1 feet height from here, and 8 inches from there. So exactly you will get the reference point on this. So sometimes what will happen is we will get some sloped surfaces. For example, okay, we have sloped surface like this. Here we can't use both, sorry, here we can't use the reference. Okay, here also we can use the reference line here. So in this sloped surface also we can able to use this, draws a point on this vertical surface. So you have to give 8 inches. Okay, you have to go in that particular direction, height. See here, so it is going the same height. So 1 feet height we can give some height. In that way we will pick the reference point by using this first tool. And second one is like dividing tool. For example, if you have line here, if you click this, the distance is 10 feet line. Okay, I want to make this line into 10 parts. We can use different methods for that. So here we have three options. Number of segments evenly distributed for the entire segment. సో మొత్తం మనకున్న పీస్ అంతటిని 10 పార్ట్స్ కింద చేస్తుంది అనమాట ఫస్ట్ది. నెక్స్ట్, ఫిక్స్డ్ డిస్టెన్స్ ఆఫ్ ఈచ్ సెగ్మెంట్ entity arrangement. Okay, we can cut the line with fixed distance and we can arrange the order also from starting to ending or from middle. In that way we can able to give the options also, means how much distance each part also we can able to decide with this second option. And third one is evenly divided, each segment does not exceed. Okay, థర్డ్ వన్ మీన్స్ ఏంటంటే మనకు ఏదైనా ఒక సెగ్మెంట్ ఉంటే కనుక ఒక లైన్ అనేది దాన్ని చిన్న చిన్న పార్ట్స్ కింద చేస్తుంది. ఈచ్ పార్ట్ ఏంటంటే 1 ఫీట్ కంటే ఎక్కువ ఉండకూడదు అన్నట్టుగా అది డివైడ్ చేస్తుంది. సో అలా కూడా మనం 3 వేస్ లో ఒక పర్టికులర్ లైన్ అనేది మనం డివైడ్ చేసుకోవచ్చు ఎడ్జ్ ని. సో ఫస్ట్ we will see number of segments evenly distributed. Place at the both ends, means it will consider both ends as a ending points. In between it will make 10 parts. So first I am taking divide, click on that. So if you see here, starting and end point is there. If you count in between, 10 parts will be there. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10. In that way it will divide 10 parts. Or otherwise, select this, go to divide, place points at middle of segments. See here, so it will place the point to the, now it is in the end point, right? Now it will be in the middle of this, here, 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 like that. So if you see that, divide edge in the middle. Okay, so this part will be 5 and this part will be 10, 10, like that. Last two parts will be 5 5, and each part, sorry, last will be half half and middle will be full. So in that way it will make the segments. So now we will see. So this option we saw, and next is fixed distance. In fixed distance, I want each segment is 10 inches. Okay, 10 inches. And how you want? Setting out from the middle point. So from the center point, it will make each part as a 10 inches. Okay. Okay, each part will be 10 inches. If you see anywhere. Like this. In this way, it will make as a 10-inch one. Otherwise, it will set out from the middle of that. See here, it will points like in the second option here in first one. And third one is setting out from the starting point. So whatever it will come 10 inches, it will keep 10 inches and remaining will piece will be remain. Means below 10 inches. So divide it and you can place the direction from here it will go. So it is exactly 10 inches, right? For this I will do. See here. So everything is 10 inches will come, but last part will be how much it will remain. That will be they will keep. Okay, like this 6 inches. So last part will be remain part. And this is also for the reference points, not parts, not making it into parts. Okay, third one is evenly divided, each segment does not exceed. I am taking it should not exceed 6 inches. Okay, divided, click on that particular edge. Now if you see, every part will be less than 6 inches or 6 inches. Otherwise I will take 9 inches. I will take. Okay. 9 inches I will take, divide evenly this one. So each segment will be 9 or below 9. See here, 8, 3 by 4. So each part came 8.3 inches. Okay, 8.7 inches. So in this way, we will divide the edges. That is about second tool. So like this, we'll have three options here. So that is divide selected edge. And third one is align selected entities. So it is like aligning tool. So whatever the shape of it may be. So now I will place some materials colors. Okay, some color is there. This and for this. Okay. Cool. Okay, means the object, if it is in same direction, we can easily move and align that to the particular object. Okay, but if the object is in different direction, so we can't move to the particular direction, and we have to move and we have to rotate that to the particular thing. So this tool will makes it, so by this tool we can easily align any component. Okay, how it is, that is, so I will align this tool first. So if it is group also, without group also, you have to see to that. So first one is select any object, aligning object, take align tool, and it is telling please pick a reference point on the selected entities. So this is the reference point. So first axis and second axis. So how you selected here, same way the first point must be here, second here, and third in this direction. Okay, so how it will place is, if you do Control Z, so first it went there and then it turned this side, and it first it went there, changed its direction, and it came from there. So like that you're able to see. Next, select this, select the first reference, second, direction, first, second, direction. So it is ungrouped, right? Then also full object came, and if it is grouped mean automatically it will come. Without group also it will align the total object. It will not take only face, whatever it is connected, everything will be attached to that particular surface. So in this way we will align the objects. So this is the aligning tool uses. Next we will see draw an edge line perpendicular to an edge. Okay, face in 3D space. So next tool is how to create perpendicular lines on 3D object. So we have on 3D object here. So how to draw a perpendicular line means exactly straight line. Sometimes we may not get exact line, perpendicular line. There is a middle point, that's why we are getting exact same point. If it is point is not there means, see, we have to draw some more up to that. See here we are not getting this exact perpendicular line. So by using this tool, we can draw the perpendicular line. For that, you have to pick the tool and you have to place from where you want to draw a line. Okay, I want to draw a line from here. So here plus sign is there, right? So in the same way, in exactly perpendicular, it will show the plus sign. So in that way, we can able to easily draw the perpendicular line. For example, I am simply drawing line from here. Okay, I don't know straight line where it will come. If it is a midpoint, it will directly show the midpoint. But if it is here, it will not show any line, reference line. So for that, it will make easily we can choose that point, perpendicular point. In the same way, in any direction, like this. Anywhere you can draw the perpendicular one. So like that we can able to draw perpendicular one. Okay, exactly straight to that line. So this is how we will use that perpendicular tool. Next is draw face on a plane defining by 3 pickle points. So we can easily able to draw the particular shape on in any plane. So that is okay. For example, we have one shape here, house shape, and we have one sloped surface here. Okay, we have to draw the same here. So if it is dimension is there means we can draw fastly. But by using this tool also you can easily draw the particular face on another surface. So how that is means, so I'm taking this tool, draw face on your plane. So okay. Now session will wind up. I will continue with reconnect again. Then I will start this tool.